In this video I want to talk about the absolute quickest and easiest way to, more health and happiness. Basically the way to do this is to be more flexible and be less rigid. Now to illustrate this, let's look at a bamboo tree, and I don't know if bamboo is actually a tree, let's just look at bamboo, and let's look at, like an oak tree. There's a strong wind, say 100-mile-per-hour wind, hits both trees. What happens to the bamboo? It bends, it adapts to the wind, it's flexible, and it comes back, and it's fine, it survived. What happens to the oak tree? It stands there hard and stiff and rigid, and it resists the wind, and what happens? It gets blown down, it gets destroyed, and it dies. So, since that's very common sense, since you can see it, and it's obvious, you don't need a scientific formula, you don't need a guru, you don't need spiritual analysis, you don't need to consult the oracle or do any divination. You can just see it with your eyes. It's obvious, it's common sense, it's easy. So from that we can, extrapolate or see into the situation and say that, hey, life can be very stressful. Sometimes life can really try to push us in a certain direction. If we try to fight that and we try to resist it, we're probably going to end up like that oak tree. We're going to be rigid and we're going to be hard, and it's going to take us down. But if we can be flexible and soft and pliable like the bamboo, we'll survive and we'll live long, we'll grow fast, and we'll be really abundant and prosperous. Now, if you look at people, in most cases, you feel people's bodies, how are their muscles feeling? Pretty rigid, pretty hard, and just tight. So what do things like yoga and Tai Chi and Qigong, what do? They open the muscles, they loosen the muscles in the joints to allow them to be more soft and pliable, which is moving us in the direction that we're talking about here, being less rigid and more flexible. So, and then there's also arts like Aikido and other martial arts that are on the same train of thought, to where if you attack someone who is practicing Aikido, they're just going to redirect your energy or use your own energy against you. And I think this is a very important philosophical point that we can apply to our lives and use to our advantage, because people come at us all the time with their energy, with their intention, with what they want us to do, what they think we should do. It's a common thing. I'm sure you deal with it. I deal with it. It's ubiquitous throughout humanity. Everyone has their opinion of what you should do, how you should do it, who you should be, all of that. So there's two ways of facing this. We can be like that oak tree and we can resist it and try to fight it, and that's going to lead to stress and tension and anxiety and fighting and all of these things which are not conducive to anything positive or healthy. But if we can be soft and flexible, then we can survive, we can redirect that energy, and it's not going to wear us out. Now, I'm not saying be wimpy, I'm not saying just let people walk all over you, because there's a difference between being totally limp and flaccid and weak and being flexible and strong. There's a huge difference there. So it's just a point that I wanted to throw out, and something that I've applied to my life consistently and will apply to my life probably until the day I die, because it's such a universal and useful concept, and it's something that you can apply to pretty much any situation. So if you have any questions or comments, post them below, and I'll talk to you soon.